Well, for those of you who are regular, you already know that we have new person. So allow me just to give you a few moments of introduction for our meditation so we all can enjoy our inner peace time together tonight. All right, let me pull this up real quick. Okay, just need to share screen. Okay, this. And I want to see my face. Should be now. Yeah, it should be this better. Yeah. All right, here we go. What I am about to present to you are just only introduction. Please take a note because if you like to learn further in depth, I would suggest come regularly or join our 3 days or 1 day meditation session, which is also available throughout the year. So check out the schedule outside when you leave the place in case you are, oh, I want more. Okay. All right. Here, introduction to our meditation. First of all, I like to start is that in every meditation, we have teachers. Therefore, whenever you go practice meditation and learn from somewhere, there are also master who you learn from. Same thing with our meditation, Dhammakaya meditation, also now known out to the West as the middle way meditation. And these are the current master who are still alive and active. These two are our master, Luang Por Dhammachayo, known as the meditation master, while Luang Por Datta Chiwo, known as the Dhamma master, which we are going to talk about in these sessions tonight after our meditation. All right. As you practice meditation, you will know now that only meditation alone is not enough. It needs the knowledge of the Dhamma, how to practice, maintain daily life, as you can also apply meditation throughout your daily life too. That is why Dhamma and meditation need to go together hand in hand, like a parallel railroad, always go together in parallel to reach the destination. Are you follow me so far? All right, so here, the foundations for the meditation, and they are these two as follow: relaxation and mindfulness. These two need to have, just like when you build a house, you need a pillar to support the roof. Relaxation and mindfulness are like that. But if you have mindfulness alone, would that be enough? Honestly speaking, no. Why? Because when you are doing your work or driving a car or do something in your daily life, you need attention or focus. But without relaxation, you cannot do it for so long. And sometimes it has limit. Kind of like when you drive a car to Newcastle, you need to stop at the gas station or resting area in order to use toilet, right? But with the relaxation, you don't need that. You go all the way. But in real life, you may have to, if you need a break. But anyway, my point is that you need a relaxation too. But how do you know that it's applied for this? Take a look at this, for example. When you are studying for your exam, you study bit by bit every day. Take a break every day. You understand, and when you have an exam, it's easy for you. But if you start the last minute, this is like a mindfulness alone without relaxation. And when you go take exam the next day, you can remember the last part of the book that you study, but you remember the first part, kind of like that. So if you are gonna get it complete and with a better result, mindfulness and relaxation maybe need to apply together. And how do you know if you are having these together? Well, first, the master remind that no matter the method we use to meditate, whichever way we practice, the principle is mindfulness and relaxation must go together, always required. All right. And so to maintain that balance, all you have to do is get mindfulness and relaxation never cross overlap, like you see on the circle here. There's a thin line between them. If mindfulness too much, you would feel uncomfortable, kind of like feeling you want to open your eyes and you have a thought like, when it's going to be over? Oh, how long it has been? The thought like that. And the feeling that you are feeling comfort throughout the meditation will surface. That's a sign you're trying too hard. Kind of you study, but you don't really want it to, like that. Or if you're having relaxed too much, you could having wandering thought, like, what are you gonna do after this? Since it's still night, not night yet. Or you can think of the thing that you have planned for tomorrow. Either way, this wandering thought will keep on and on because you are having relaxed, don't have anything to focus on, or worse, falling asleep. Oh, remember, when you meditate and when you fall asleep, it's so sweet, feeling so good. You so have temptation. The moment when you close your eye, you feel relaxed and everything else so light, and you feel like you can take a rest and stay there so good. But once the meditation is over, if you don't remember anything, that's a sign you're falling asleep. So please take a very caution on that matter, okay? And so, solution when you are losing the balance, all you have to do is adjust your body and mind. Simply just that. If you are feeling too much relaxed, straight up your body a little bit. Or if you're feeling kind of like too much uncomfortable, you just adjust to the point that you don't feel uncomfortable any longer, right? So when you meditate, keep checking how is your attention. Is it just right? It's not too tight, not too loose. You feel content to be like this. There you go. Maintain that contentment continuously on and on. That's all you have to do for the meditation. But as you progress, sometime there may be distraction. So keep checking the balance. If you want your meditation to progress, the balance is the key to have you progress. Simply, if it's required just that mindfulness must be 100%, relaxation 100%. If it's balanced just like in the scale, you will progress. If it's not, it will not progress. It just stay there. So you have to check whether you are comfortable and find that balance, okay? So the method of meditation, once you find the balance, all you have to do is keep focused. The first method for the midway meditation offer is visualization. You visualize something simple, something that doesn't make you think or create emotion, like a sun, a full moon, a star, or the crystal ball. Choose either way that you prefer. Please take a note one at a time, not switching them in the between. Kind of like tonight, I use the star. Wait, it's still night out? It's still sun out? Let's use the sun. It's not full moon yet. Let's not use the full moon. Let's use the crescent moon. Keep changing like that. It won't work. Choose just one, okay? All right. So when you visualize them around your abdomen at the most comfortable point. The recommended point is that you see on the diagram around your abdomen. It's considered as the balancing point. But if you feel you want to use on your forehead, no problem. Your chest, no problem. Either way, start wherever you want. But remember, relax too, okay? Because when we are applying meditation, for those who are new to meditation, mostly have problem is they try a lot. And if it's like that, it's going to be for a long time to fix that habit. Kind of like when you try to do something, you focus very hard, it's too much. Make sure you relax because meditation require simple, all right? Aside from visualization, we use the method is mantra. Use this when you have thoughts, whenever there have thoughts arise in your meditation. Samma Arahang. Recite this in your mind at your own pace. Samma Arahang, like that. When we have time, maybe I'll give you some tip later on. But choose your own mantra is also option. Either way is fine. Choose however you prefer. In case you're wondering what does Samma Arahang mean, it means absolute purity or the right or correct way, correct path, away from what's difficult, negativity for the mind, something like that, okay? So last but not least, if you enjoy it, you like it, receiving happiness every time, that's a sign you are practicing correctly. If you feel dissatisfaction, you don't like it, you feel too difficult, this is not the sign that you have done correctly. Try different approach. Do experiment on yourself, how you get this balance in meditation. For those who are not used to meditation yet, you may not understand yet, but once you experience it, you will know what I'm talking about. But either way, are you ready for the meditation, everyone? We are about to start now. Check and make sure. Our act is three things you all know already. Number one, your mobile phone, get in silent, or at the very least, it won't disturb your inner peace time. Number two, check and make sure you want to use toilet or not. Because when you use toilet, it won't disturb your meditation. But when you find inner peace and you have not used your toilet, it will disturb your meditation. Please take a note on that regard. And last but not least, everyone, check and make sure your chair are comfortable. If you feel uncomfortable, you can require assistance for more cushion and things, because relaxations are what also help you to progress in meditation. All right. If you're all set, then let's begin our inner peace moment. Here we go. Oops. Do this. Here you go. Oh, no, 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 that. Just one moment, everyone. Oh, I'm talking to myself, okay? All right. There you go. A little bit of logo won't hurt. All right. You all set? Then let's begin our inner peace moment, everyone. So let's start by finding yourself the comfortable feeling. Adjust your whole body properly. Check and see whether there is any tension on your body. And then begin by gently close your eyes, feeling as if you are taking a rest. No need to close your eye too tight. Leave the room for some light to maintain your awareness inside. Relax, truly, scanning your whole body. Check and see whether there is any tension, so you may adjust and resume the meditation. Begin to relax from the top of your head down to forehead, eyebrows, and eyelids. No need to use your eyes. We close them down to disconnect from any distraction that may arise. Making your face feeling soft, and continue down to the neck, shoulder, back, body, arms, and forearms, all the way to the tips of your fingers. Then continue further from your hip to your legs and knees, down to the tips of your toes. making sure that yourself, your body is properly adjusted, finding yourself the comfort feeling on both body and mind would allow yourself the right start for your journey toward inner peace. You would feel that you are content in your sitting position without further adjustment or worry about your body, feeling like it's transparent or blended in with the atmosphere inside this hall. And once you are done, let's continue to adjust the mind. Empty the mind. Put down everything aside for the time being. And imagine that you are alone, sitting somewhere that make you feel calm, yet very peaceful, like on top of a mountain or in the deep forest near the river in a vast open space, feeling calm and free from all responsibility. Then take a deep breath, slowly breathing out. Breathe in and breathe out. Allow the mind to continue resting inside. Let the mind enjoy its rest inside your body. As you begin to observing the mind by use your feeling to feel that the mind is around your abdomen or at any point where you feel familiar to rest the mind. Observe while stay relaxed. If you feel tight, tension, or discomfort, loosen up, relax more. No need to rush. No need to force yourself. We are used to thinking, not stopping our mind. So it is common for the mind to have thoughts arise. But the more we force ourselves, the more the mind would resist. So when the thought arises, let it go, let it be, let it end by itself without following the thought. Be with the present, or you may recite the mantra to free the mind. Recite the mantra in your mind at your own pace, or you may use your own mantra if you like. Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang. Recite your mantra until there are no more thoughts or the sound of mantra disappear or fade away by itself. As you continue toward inner peace, sometimes your mind may wandering outside your body, like being to your home, your work, or where you want it to be. In this case, lightly imagine the sun shining inside around your abdomen. The moment when you imagine the sun, the mind is coming back. You can choose to let it stay or let it go and maintain your focus inside while stay relaxed at the same time. So throughout your meditation, adjust and adapt. Do what is feel best for you during the meditation. Visualize the sun or reciting mantra, doing both or just either one according to how you feel, or just sit still and observe your mind inside. If you feel enough, that is all right as well. So take a break, enjoy your inner peace for the time being. May all of us finding ourselves inner peace in this moment until the appropriate time in silence. Stay and still. Maintain the balance as the mind gradually come toward inner peace. Joy would arise, fill into the mind. Allow the mind to be open toward love and kindness inside. Sharing this feeling with positive feeling toward the people that you love, starting from yourself to your family, friends, and everyone here in this place. Wishing everyone to be free from suffering, no more pain, no more sadness, no more hatred, no more suffering. May this feeling of calmness, peacefulness, and joy fill everyone's mind. Free them from all kinds of suffering they may experience and be happy just like you do with this meditation. Expand your feeling as far and wide as you can, like a ripple, expanding further and further from yourself. Cover this hall, this town of Nap Hill, to your hometown, your state, your country, and eventually the whole world. Spread love and kindness with them all, wishing everyone to be happy forevermore with love and kindness that arise when your mind finding inner peace. Let's spend the last few moments spread love and kindness. Stay still and allow the mind to continue resting inside. As you continue on, maintain the balance between mindfulness and the relaxation. Continue after the meditation. So tonight, you can be with inner peace. Be mindful from now on. Then slowly, gently, open your eyes. Sappha Putthanuภาเวนะ Sappha Dhammanuภาเวนะ Sappha Sanghanuภาเวนะ Sattha Soti Bhavantu Te. May you be with inner peace. Welcome back, everyone. How are you feeling? Was it too difficult for you? So allow me to check how you progress. All right, just one moment. Okay. Did you do correctly? Yeah. Okay, good. Just thought for me it is wrong something. Okay. Well, how are you? If you are relaxed at the moment, could you raise your hand? We meditate about 40 minutes. Hopefully you don't struggle over that, right? I forgot to mention this in case if you ever come and try again next time by yourself, if you feel it's too long and you feel at your limit, all you have to do is take a break, open your eyes. No need to, change your position, just, kind of like pause a little bit. When you feel more calm, more settled down, continue by close your eye once again and resume your meditation. No need to resist or forcing yourself. There were cases like this in my time and my experience, and many people too. They're like this. The master gonna meditate with us 3 hours. All right, let's go. 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. Oh, everyone still continue like that. It doesn't go anywhere. It's just only patient. No inner peace progress. Not good. Make sure don't force yourself. If you do that a lot, what's gonna happen is it's gonna become habit, and it will be difficult to get rid of. Because once it become habit, it will force yourself, continue every time you meditate, and in the end, you don't have relaxation. There was some case like this in our temple. This monk, he is a senior, very senior, for 30 years. You know what he did? He has an idol, our great master. The great master, what he did is, if he don't succeed in meditation, he won't open his eyes. So he said, I'll give up my life for this. So whenever he meditate, he gonna close his eye until the meditation time is over. And if he open his eyes, that means he give up. So he do this for 30 years, every time he meditate. No relaxation. Until he was taught properly. Oh, 30 years. You know how long it has been passed? To get rid of habit is not easy. So try not to do that, okay? Now as it is, when you are meditate, please take a note in here that you have to be aware by being mindful. So whenever you meditate in here, as a tip, consider yourself, check, are you feeling light? Kind of like when you are sitting. If you don't pay attention anywhere, your body are still good, right? But the moment when you bring attention back, you feel there's a pain, there's a heat, everything in there. That means that this is your awareness about yourself. But when you are relaxed, awareness is there, but you don't feel any of those. That is the balance. Try to find that. Kind of like when you just take sitting here. Have you seen a dog? Maybe a French bulldog. They keep running and farting too. They keep running. But when you put it in a cage, it keep running. But when it loses strength, and then slow down, it doesn't move anymore. The mind are like that. When you are not used to still the mind, then once you close your eyes, it keep everywhere thought, like hitting, like a particle, atom particle, keeping moving everything. Be patient. Observe. Wait. When you find a balance, you don't have to do anything. Wait. When that time comes, that feeling of light, calmness, and peace will begin to surface. That's enough. Wait longer. It will be progress by itself, but it needs time. If you are those who are like to get things fast, need to change that habit. Otherwise, it will be more difficult in the long run. So today, I brought this up because this is how the Four Noble Truths we're talking about is going to be achieved. Patient, relax, don't need to do anything. So let's take a look in here as we are talking about. On the first part that I mentioned in the last session, I think last 2 weeks, and for those who are missing, we were talking about introduction that the Four Noble Truths to be achieved, you can't just read, and once you finish reading, you become enlightened. It won't work that way. Otherwise, I won't even come meditate. I just read a book and become enlightened, isn't it? That's how it is. And there are those people that I came across in my experience. They believe that they are already enlightened. And they study every text in Buddhism and they become enlightened. I have no agreement because he has no knowledge in the text more than I do. But talking about asking whether he meditate or not, he said, don't need to. He already enlightened. But in fact, in Buddhism, they are more involved with a lot of than just practice. It's kind of like you understand the cooking book, but you never cook like that. So the Four Noble Truths are like this. So let's take a look. Let me bring this up. Oh yeah, I forgot on that part. For those who are, I have to sell my stuff too, just be patient. For those who are interested, whether you are going to take exam, take the, what is called meditation retreat or not, let's take a look in here. In this upcoming summer, we have what is called Calm Camp, 3-day, actually 4-day meditation retreat. This is what it looks like, a Calm Camp. You can bring your own tent or book up for the yacht. Each yacht can accommodate up to 6 people. And there are quite limited seats, so book fast before it's run out. And it will be here on this following information. So just show what it looks like first. In Calm Camp, when you are walking inside, it's looking like a regular yard like this, but it will be in summer, so the good weather too. And in each yacht has different color on the door and also has its own garden where you do the camping. So if you want to do the camping at night, don't forget to bring your marshmallow and chocolate. And here, what's it look like? Each yacht has a color on the door. So if you get into the yacht are having the same color. The same look it look like, but the different color is the door. So don't get into the wrong yacht if you ever, go to the camp. And each camp has its own desk and table where you can enjoy your time talking, chit chat with your friends during the meditation retreat time. It will be like camping rather than just come and sit, meditate all the time, like that. Each yacht had blue, red, color, yellow, green, thing like this. Okay. And here, what's it look like inside? Yes, here there's a stove, but I don't think we're gonna need that unless it's very cold though. So there are free logs. You can help yourself with the logs. Okay. There are unlimited locks that we provide for you. Of course, you have to bring your own lock from the place that provide. There are no service to bring for every yacht. Have yourself too, you know. All right. And this is what it looks like at night inside. Here, there's a bed and things inside, and you can enjoy. And also, there are single bed, big bed. I prefer it's on the floor. It's my back, Big bed is not suitable for my back. And here, in case, do I have a shower? Yes, here there are 6 of them too. And this is what it look like. I don't need to go explanation, right? Toilet is a toilet, no? Okay. So as it is, this is a kitchen. You can make your own, cook your own too. Bring your own sandwich and thing like that. However, this is the dining hall, but soon we will change it into meditation. Unless if the weather is good outside, we will do the outside. But if it's too hot, we will do it inside. Either way, we have options. So hope you can enjoy your time with us in this retreat. This is another angle of the dining hall. And so by this, as you can see, there are a variety of the option that you can do in this camp. You can see marshmallow. Yeah. We can have fun with that, but don't let it to burn, otherwise it doesn't taste good. And here's unlimited locks that they provide for you. Hope you enjoy and decide. Do it in here by this following information that provide for you. Oh, this is another picture at nighttime. So hope you enjoy your time when you are there. And this is information. It will held on July 15 to 19. There are also leaflet outside when you walk out. And you can contact Oli this number. He's the coordinator at the moment. His name is Mr. Simon. The number is 075-5462-4445. And that is how you can reach and contact if you're interested. And all in all, and that's enough for the climb camp. Let's get to our topic for tonight, the Four Noble Truths. Right. Right. First, when we mentioned this last week, the Four Noble Truths are what the Buddha discovered when he was attained his Buddhahood. It is the truth that is always exist with our life. But sometimes when we are living, we tend to neglect and forget. Therefore, these Four Noble Truths needs to be reminded. And what are the Four Noble Truths then? Well, it's mentioned in this sutra that you can find on Google. It's called Dhammacakkappavattana Sutra, which is the first sermon or the first discourse teaching by the Buddha to the whole world. And the Four Noble Truths are these following: Dukkha, Samudaya, Nirodha, and Magga, which are translated as suffering, the origin of suffering, cessation of suffering, and the path leading to the cessation of suffering. All right, we get this basic information so far. Let's take a look by one. Four Noble Truths. It came from this word as original name in the text, Ariya Satya. Ariya is mean noble. The truth is something that don't change over time. Sometimes when we are like people who are like scientists discover something that, oh, don't eat too much egg. It's not good for your body. But now eating a lot of egg is good for your body. Then it's not the truth anymore because it's changing, right? This is something that we need to take. But for the Buddha, the Four Noble Truth, it doesn't change because suffering is like the sunset. If there is a sunset, there is a sunrise. This is something that's always come in our life. Therefore, the truth, when whoever understand, accept this, it make a person become noble. And it is why those who are, even though their status are very poor, low status, but their mind are noble, that person is regarded as a noble person. That is what is paying high regard by you in Buddhism. And so let's skip to where we left off last time. I need to get off this real quick. Last time we talked about the Four Noble Truths. When we talk about suffering, there are analogy that we know that we are suffer, like if we are sick, but if we don't do anything about it, we just gonna continue to be suffer, right? But when we know that we are suffer, what we need is a medicine. We need to know what kind of medicine is good for our sickness, so we can have a good cure. But if we have a medicine, but we don't take it, we will continue to get suffer. And if we don't know what kind of medicine, it's just getting worse if we get the wrong one. So therefore, we have to have the right medicine. We have to take it and then put it inside our body. If we have the medicine like we bought it, but we don't eat it, we just leave on the table, we're not going to get cured. So understand that suffering is like that. You have to know what kind of suffering you have. You need to find the right cure and take it inside. Otherwise, you will continue to be suffered. Not just, oh, I know I'm suffering. I know I'm dying. I know I'm aging. I know I'm gonna die very soon. So what? You won't be enlightened in this way because you know that you are suffering. You don't take the medicine, and you don't know which is the right one for you. Therefore, Four Noble Truths is not just only reading. It needs to experience and practicing too. And so by this suffering that the Buddha meant are this kind of like that. The Buddha understand more truly, like the doctor know what kind of symptom for a person. Let's say when you have a cold, you go to the store, ask pharmacist for this kind of medicine. You take the medicine, but still not better. So when you go see the doctor, oh, this is not the cold, it's a flu. Then they give you a more strong medicine. These are the difference that the Buddha meant understand the suffering. Then we just understand. Are you follow me so far? Understand this part. Therefore, suffering are not just dying, aging, and sickening. There are two kinds that we are experiencing in daily life. But sometimes we don't really pay attention. We tend to forget and overlook. And these are these following: conditioned suffering and temporary suffering. These are the two kinds that we continue to experience in our life. But by suffering in here, it means, as it's shown on the screen, unhappiness, pain, unsatisfactoriness. Yeah. Last time when I taught this, young man, I think he's new too. He came and asked, wouldn't this consider as suffering when there's a pain, but at the same time there are sweet of pleasure inside? Would this be considered as suffering? Well, if there's a pleasure inside, would it be temporary or continue? He said, well, there's a suffering in mixing between the two, then it won't be considered as pleasure. It's considered as suffering because it's only temporary. And that is this condition. Oh, am I making you confused? No? Okay. All right. So the conditions dukkha or suffering are these following. Birth. Some may agree, no, birth is happiness and joy. Well, I'm not a doctor, but most of the time when I heard that when the baby was born first time, what did they do? They cry. They don't smile, isn't it? So when they cry, what does it mean? It's pain. Okay. And as it is aging, we try, especially women, I have to put some cream on, prevent aging, wrinkling. It's unable to maintain, but aging goes slowly over time. And death, unavoidable, come. And its worst is we don't know when. These are the conditions that always exist in everyone. And vary, excuse me, sorry. And it's vary for each individual. Some fast, some short, some long, depend. But all of these happen to everyone, and it's fixed in each individual. Okay, it is like a family member that happen to every being. Follow me? Birth, as we mentioned here, make it easy. I don't have to explain much. Let's read it out. Suffering on birth or dukkha is like being inside the womb. Suffering during the birth, suffering because of birth leads to attachment. The moment when a person born, attachment to the parents begin to attach and begin. Parents, love of the parents. Those who have a family, you understand when the first child born, they're feeling love and attached. Therefore, when the more attachment they have more pain and leading to death, which is parting, and it's come along the way, cannot be avoided. It is like building a house. Are you following me so far on this part? So those who don't have a family, congratulations. You are free from this attachment. But still not escaping though. As we are going aging, it begin the moment when we were born. It causing us to have less strength. Some may say or agree that that's not true. Look at the children. When they were young, they have a lot of energy. But now, that may be true because it's growing. But please take a note. The time begin to count down the moment when they were born. Count down toward death. And it's liable to disease. The openness, the more they are getting aging, more and aging, they are liable to more disease. And so it becomes like a broken house, like that. This is aging. What about death? This, the worst part of it is take away everything one ever have. But one forget one thing. When we were born, one didn't bring anything with them at all. So in order to bring it back with them together when they die, is impossible. Therefore, death is unavoidable. It's like a house that is on fire. Thus, it is something that we need to accept and be prepared rather than to submit. But please take a note that not the suffering like when someone die and the responsibility for to those who are living. It's not talking about that. It's talking about each individual that experience death. Yeah. So that is the condition. What about the temporary suffering or dukkha? It is unpleasant, difficult, sadness, pain, sorrow, distress, grief, misery, discomfort, and all embodies diverse aspects of unpleasant human experience. In other words, your emotion or whatever you experience in your daily life, they are just like uninvited guests. They come for temporary and they go. It's like a guest. Knock on your door. You open the door, it's coming and stay. Once it's time over, they leave. They don't stay, unlike conditions that stay forever as long as we live. What about the origin of suffering? Oh, by the way, temporary is like you have a flu, you have a cold, like that. It's a temporary suffering that comes. So what are the cause of this then? We not talk about the body health, that because it's just only the body. We talk about all overall about suffering or dukkha. The origin of suffering is from this cause. It is called tanha, also known in translation. It has more explanation, but tanha in one word, it explains everything. Craving, desire, or attachment. The more one have, the more cause suffering one would gain. For example, if you love your parents, when they leave you, you have more attachment, strong attachment to them, you feel more pain of losing. Some don't even recover when they lose someone they love. Or when they desire something, want a house, when the house burned down, oh, everything, kind of like that. When you want something very bad, but you cannot get, feeling pain and suffering too. These are tanha, the cause of suffering. And what worse is, the more one has, it leads to more rebirths. More rebirths, yes. Death is not the end in Buddhism, as we already understand on this concept. However, if we have more, we're just going to keep continue more and more and more without end. And this concept that the Buddha has taught on these Four Noble Truths, it is the new concept at the time. Last week, I remember if you came, our abbot, Venerable Ronapop, showed the life story of the Buddha. There were people searching for meditation, searching for the truth to end their suffering. There are a lot of theory, like some example. One theory said that you can do everything in your life because in the end, when you die, everything is over. There are this kind of religion in that time. So people searching for this, there are many kind of belief in there, and they still continue. And the Buddha said that these concepts are like this. People understand, oh, it's true. And that is why it's so widely popular and begin to convert themselves to Buddhists at the time when he was alive. That is why it's so popular at the time and still now too. When we talk about Tanha, there are three kind of characteristics. Well, the causing one too, number one is rebirth, like I mentioned. Number two, having more attachment and desire. And number three, when you enjoy it, it feels good. But please remember, nothing is permanent. The more you have, the more it may be intense when you are happy. But when you lose it, it falls on you very hard too. That is how Tanha playing on trick to people mind. Okay, just like in this analogy, like a mango. You've seen a mango before, but mango in here in Thailand may be quite different because in Thailand, when you get a mango, there are like a sticky glue coming from the when you cut this strip, except yeah, when it's very sticky and it's very itchy too when you touch it. Tanha is like that. When you break it from the branch, it has like a seed, except like that. That is Tanha, very sticky and unable to get rid of. And three kind of Tanha. Number one, sensual pleasure. Yes, the more you attach to what you see, shape, what you smell, what you taste, what you touch, these are sensual pleasure. The more you have, the more tanha you will be difficult to get rid of. Another is bhava tanha, crave for being. This is kind of like when you want to be the president of the United States, you run election. Choose me, I'm good, I will make this, make this. You want it so much. This is craving for being. But another one is worse. Vibhava tanha, craving for non-existent. Like when you get elected, become the president of the United States, but then the terrorist attack, oh, I don't want this anymore. Now you cannot get rid of it. It's kind of like that. This is a crave for non-existent example. Okay, these are the three kinds that people are still having. And over time, they are like this. People want to be the king, want to be the ruler, want to be emperor, all of this. They want to gain everything, be the control of everything, but they are suffer. They don't want this anymore. Like that. These are the tanha that everyone has over time and throughout the history. Well, cessation of being. Oh, how about 5 more minutes? Okay. All right. Cessation of suffering, nirodha. Okay. Excuse me. Just like there is a sunset, there is a sunrise. If there are suffering, there is a cessation of suffering. Therefore, nirodha is the complete get rid of tanha, and that is attaining what is called nirvana. In the text, that read as nibbana. And some may ask, is nirvana or is an emptiness or nothingness? We will discuss after this slide. It is a cessation of suffering, of course. So if one ever attain, please take a note here that If we talk about nirvana, it will be like, have you ever tried tasting a chili? If you never tasted before, how do you know how spicy it is? Something, it's burn your tongue. It's very hot. You cannot imagine. The best is you put it in your mouth, you chew it, and you taste it. That's the only way you find how spicy the chili is. Nirvana is like that. When you ask, is it emptiness? Is it nothingness? Those who attain it, they will know. It's like that. And in order to attain it, there are these, what is called, says, Magga. We will talk about after this slide. So Nirvana, it is the nature of the mind that is pure. If we are still have emotion like angry, sadness, is not pure yet. Pure is compared to what our master taught in his meditation experience. When you attain the mind that is pure, the mind is still. When you still, you only feel joy and you don't feel negativity, and you just only want to be still. That's all. That's a pure nirvana. But to attain that, it not just becomes still. No, not talk about it. Pure with joyful feeling. It will come when you do it correctly and practice over time. But if you don't practice and expecting for the first time you're gonna get it, less likely to attain it to happen. For the Buddha, for your record, 6 years, and he do it 24 hours a day, meditation, not just, okay, for 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, not like that, okay? It is beyond what is the world and universe, and nirvana is the pure state of the mind. As long as we still have tanha, greed, anger, delusion, ignorance, our mind are not pure. It's black, like that color. All right. And so the question that I left earlier is nirvana and emptiness or nothingness. According to this, the one of the sutra is said in here that Nibbanang Paramang Sukhang. Nibbana is the greatest bliss. So if you are attain the joy, the immense of joy more than just you gain something, you achieve something, is more than just that. That's just only the surface. The joyful feeling, it will be so immense, kind of like, have you ever feel like you just sit still and you didn't do anything, but you feel joy and the tears coming out? There are more than that, more immense than that. This is the greatest bliss. So it means, if it's greatest bliss, it means it's not empty. It's more than that. Therefore, to end the cessation of suffering, we must do it ourselves. As just like when you are hungry, I cannot, hey, you hungry? I'll eat for you. I'll get fat instead then. It won't be like that. You have to help yourself. That is why Buddhism concept is more different than the other practice, because it encourages people to do good for themselves. And so the path to the leading of suffering or cessation of suffering, Magga, it must follow on this path, which is called Majjhima Patipatha, or the middle path, sometimes known as the Noble Eightfold Path. Well, maybe next time we talk about this. The Noble Eightfold Path are not just only, right view, right thought, right speech, right action. You already know them, but you have to practice. Some may say, practice one by one, bit by bit. It will work. But if you practice meditation, you will know that it has to do all at once. Not only one at a time, impossible. It goes like this. Supposedly, someone telling you what is the right view. The right view will put as a frame reference to have you have a right thought. If you're thinking like this, is the correct. If you think our frame, it will not be. For example, what you do is what you receive. You're doing good, you get a good consequence. Doing bad, you get a bad consequence. But if you have a wrong view, you do good, you get bad consequence. You do bad, you get good consequence. It won't work that way. So when you have the right view, it will put you toward right thought. Right thought will keep you have right speech. When you have right speech, you will have the right action. When the right action, when you do for a living, you will have right livelihood. Livelihood will reaching you to have right effort. Right effort will continue to be mindful. You will have right concentration, and we keep repeating into the loop, more and more intense, more intense. Second level, third level, more and more until you become enlightened. That is how it must continue on and on. So it's come with the fact that I mentioned, oh, I read the books, I become enlightened. If you practice, this is how it works. But speaking of the right view, right thought, we have to use another session instead then. So next week I will be teaching on Thursday. So if you like to come learn further, come. But if you can, I suggest watch our what's it called? Live. I'm live right now on screen. Live on our YouTube channel, the Wat Phra Dhammakaya London channel. And so when you practice the Noble Eightfold Path, it will work in this category: right view, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Each of them had in its own section. Right view and right thought are in the wisdom section. Right speech, right action, right livelihood is the precept. It is something that follow the concept of your wisdom. And when you practice meditation and focus, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration is in this meditation section. These are the Eightfold Path. But don't worry. Oh, it's so difficult. If you put this into simple, understand in the concept of the law of karma, what you do is what you get. This will be enough to get you in the frame of reference. And if you can do it a little bit better, have you have this concept in your daily life? They call put yourself in someone else's shoe. If you are consider yourself doing this and making yourself unhappy, don't do that to others. Like that. Whatever you like, don't do that to others. This will help you right view, right thought. And then when you're gonna speak, if I say this, it's gonna hurt their feeling. Not do it. Keep it to yourself. Be more mindful. Like that, a little bit like this example. Either way, something that we may have to expand a little bit more. And so I hope this could be a good start for you to understand about Buddhism more, about Four Noble Truths. This is the first one. Maybe next time we talk about deeper into detail. In case if you're in stress, but some people already left, maybe quite boring. But anyway, so hopefully hope you enjoy your time and come back again. So just want to inform you that for our next session, next month, my bad. Since from May to June, the end of June, this place will be in renovate for the upcoming event. They call a Sacred Market Sphere event. Therefore, we're gonna shift our room. If you come on Tuesday, we will go have the meditation session at the Vine. Next week, we'll be presenting you on the photo on a presentation so you can know where it is. It's not far from you, just a walking distance. But on Thursday, if we don't have many people, we assume that there are many people, so we can use the Crystal 2 room and the Crystal room, the one on here, instead on Thursday. But if there are more people come, we will have to do another option. But anyway, let's wait and see how it goes. Okay, let you ahead of time. So a little bit for delay, we are about 9 minutes late. Hopefully it's not too late for you guys. Hey, still, just hang out. It's still young. Enjoy. Okay. Wendy, now is the time.